Spinning, spinning, spinning. You are live.
Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome to the pre-show. We got people in here.
Lots of them. Do you want to try and say hi to all of them?
Yeah, let's do
Let me
that.
see how fast I can do it.
Okay. All right.
Let's see. Hi, JT. Hi, Mama Sandy. Hi, Meg. Hi, Sean. I'm not very good at this. Hi, Kevin. Hi, Larry.
You need a little more creativity than just the highs, I think.
Hi. Oh, Ronnie Woodworking. Hi, Tony G. Hi, David Neal. There we go. See, I did it.
Yeah, you did it. All right.
I didn't do it well, but I did it.
But you did it. You did it. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us tonight. We do have a very special guest in the green room. Why is it called the green room?
I don't know. I think we should call it the white background.
And that is, what do you want to, I mean, they probably know because they saw the thumb who it is, but you want to introduce her? I feel like that's appropriate.
You ready? You want to tell them now?
Well, I mean, they saw the thumb.
That's
this
true.
is just a pre-show. It's just
okay.
Just saying.
Well, my mom's coming on, and she is.
Behave yourself.
Yeah, don't be mean. Be nice to me.
Steve is so easy. Okay, Sean. Look. Here's the problem. There's only so many places we can hide Steve. That's what we're finding out. Hey, Cindy.
Did anybody say anything that I didn't actually read?
I think it was mostly hellos and whatnots. Okay. Plump Travelers, Larry saying 23 days till I visit my kids and grandkids. What else we got?
Oh, also,
here?
I want to say
hair from Meg.
Oh, thank you. And welcome back, Meg. We missed you last week.
I haven't really forgiven Meg for missing last week.
You haven't forgiven her?
I know she was on a cruise or whatever, but like is that really an excuse?
I mean, I don't think so.
Just teasing Meg. And Sean saying what an amazing background. 50 days until Azamara journey for Kevin counts.
Woohoo!
He is counting the time. I know you never heard that one before, right? Let's see. Oh, we got JT saw Steve too earlier on there. That's Roddy Woodworking there?
I mean, it's guys Roddy,
see the sign?
Oh, I was gonna grab a picture of that and put it up.
That's freaking sweet. We'll show you the real thing because he's
well. That's true. Yeah, that thing is awesome.
We really appreciate that. That's awesome. That is awesome. Oh, by the way, I'll talk about that when we start the actual podcast. Mama Sandy there. Hello, Mom.
David Neal says,
finally got some rain and the cows are so happy.
David Neal said, you have a green room? Are there treats there?
We don't have a green room.
I don't know. Hey, Mother, are there treats there with you?
And my mom's saying hi to your mom.
Okay.
So that's cool.
Oh, there's Gina. Hi, Gina.
Gina. You know what? It's 8:31. Let's get the show on the road. Look, tonight, let me just say this. We are going to be doing the podcast thing, but if you guys have questions about what we're talking about, post them. If we don't see them, post them again. And
sorry.
And we'll see if we can get answers, because this is going to be a very different type of cruise that we're talking about here. So it could be really interesting. So I will try. Kimbra is going to do most of the talking tonight.
Actually, Momma Tammy is going to be doing most of the talking tonight.
That works too. So I'm going to try and do a better job of keeping my eye on the chat. I'm not making any promises, but that's my goal. It's the goal.
All right. Are you ready to roll the credits?
I'm ready to roll the
credits.
Are
they called credits at the beginning too?
They're opening credits.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. Okay, let's do that.
Give credits where credits are due.
Come with me, we're going on a Fintastic Cruise. Pick your destination with news, tips, and reviews. But here is an item you might not have thought of. All of the things under the water. Nature surrounds us with elegant features. You can't go on a cruise and not see the creatures. So let's make some magic, let's get ecstatic. Instantly classic, maybe romantic. The wildlife around you, cinematic on your Fintastic Cruise.
Bon Beanie, and thank you for joining us on another episode of Fintastic Cruising. I am Matt.
And I am Kimbra.
And we have a fun episode for you tonight. Do I say that every time?
I mean, every episode is fun.
It should be. If I ever come on, I'm like, well, we've got a mediocre, okay episode for you tonight. Then why would you want to watch or listen? So, but this one is extra special.
I think so.
I mean, you better think so, because we have your mom on here tonight to talk about her recent cruise, her first cruise, her very different cruise. We'll get into that in a moment. Let's just get some stuff out of the way. First things first, if you follow us over on the Fintastic Cruising community on Facebook, and if you don't, consider going over to Facebook and joining the Fintastic Cruising community. You would have seen a post from me on Thursday that we were going into work, right? We're right at the port, and there were like a bunch of people being arrested. And I was hoping it was for marijuana because I'm tired of smelling pot on cruise ships, but it wasn't. It was actually kind of sad, but good too. Basically, what happened was there were 24 people that the Paradise had to rescue. They were people from Cuba that were trying to escape Cuba. The sad part is that, well, they fed them and gave them clean clothes. They rescued them. They were desperately in need of rescuing. The sad part is they probably are going to be made to go back to Cuba, but they were at least rescued, and so that's good. But yeah, there were like cop cars everywhere, and I guess they actually said in the news that it was the Coast Guard they got turned over to. So
yeah,
so that was interesting. But it's not unusual to see.
It's not unusual. Sorry.
To see people arrested at the end of a cruise, and from my understanding, from talking to people at the port and stuff, the police will look for people with warrants. So if you have a warrant for your arrest, maybe don't cruise, or expect that your cruise vacation might be extended in a less fun way after it's over. Because they don't bust them getting on the ship. They bust them when they're getting off the ship. We've seen that.
Yeah.
Right?
Our last cruise, we saw it.
Yeah. So it's a thing that happens. But anyway, yeah. So that happened. That happened, and that was interesting. And then we have a group cruise coming up.
We have a group cruise, Matt.
I mean, it's coming up eventually.
I feel like I say it that way every time, like I'm surprised, but I'm not. So it's the first official Fintastic group cruise. It's leaving out of Tampa on the Carnival Pride, March 12th through 19th. If you listen to this every episode and you don't already know that, then you're not listening right. But it goes to Grand Cayman, Mahogany Bay, Roatan, Belize, and Cozumel. And we want you to join us. We've got some really awesome people already part of the cruise, and we could use a lot more.
Sure, absolutely. And what was it last week that we found out the Para DJ is going to be on that?
Yeah,
cruise?
so
they're just tagging along, and hey, that is some tag along I don't mind at all, because we've already got it, like you said, an awesome group of people going along, and they are just going to add to the fun and excitement.
Yeah, so
super cool.
If you're interested in joining us on this cruise, send me an email. I'd like to say send us an email.
I'm laughing because David Neal said the only warrant I have is "She's my cherry pie." I think I'm getting that right. Warrant's a band.
Oh, okay.
Thought that was a good one,
All
David
right.
Neal. Well done, sir.
If you would like to join us on this group cruise, please email us at fantastictravel@gmail.com.
That's right. And Larry is saying, don't forget to hit that thumbs up if you are watching on the old YouTube. Thank you, Larry, for reminding everybody of that. We appreciate that. It does help us get more views, which helps the channel grow and all those fun YouTube-y things.
And the more it grows, the more we can cruise and the more we can create
Maybe.
content for you.
Well, that is true. There's potential for content to be created. Not that we have to actually do that, though. But anyway.
I'm just really trying to get to cruise more. That's what I really want out of this.
Okay. I mean, okay. So
don't you want to cruise more?
I do. That's not really why I do
No.
this,
That's
but-
why I said that.
Oh, okay.
Because I want to cruise more.
I understand.
I'm not trying to get people to
we-
give me money to cruise.
I hope not. I would have issue with that. We do have a cruise coming up in about 21 days.
About? Did you like look it up?
I mean, it's 3 weeks from tomorrow. That's 7 times 3 is 21. I think so. That means 3 weeks. 3 weeks.
3 weeks. 21 days and a wake up.
On the MSC Seashore.
I'm pretty excited for
I'm
it.
stoked.
And we have the drink package. That's worked out for us in the past.
We're gonna waste money on the drink package again, but we're gonna enjoy it.
That's right.
I don't know. We're gonna have JT with us. We might get our money's worth out of it this time.
We'll see. I'm gonna drink a lot of pina coladas.
JT's gonna be our enabler. He's gonna be like, drink it.
All right.
Drink
Are
it.
you ready to get into this?
I'm ready.
Are you ready in the green room? All right. Here she is, the one and only Momma Tammy.
Hello.
Hi, everyone.
Or she goes by T also.
She goes by T.
That's what
Tea
the
and crumpets.
that's what the little ones call her.
Oh, tea.
Because all
Tea
the
for
other
Tammy.
grandparents have
They took all the cool names.
they took all the
Oh.
regular grandparent names. So she's T.
Okay. I mean, T's cool. You got T and D
Oh, that's true. T and D.
because your aunt's D.
Yeah.
My mom went by Aunt D to my cousins and such. So, and that was a shortening of Sandy, which is
Right.
just lazy on my cousin's part, I think. Anyway.
All right. So let's talk about your cruise.
First of all, I can't respond to anyone, so I need to say hello to everyone that said hello. And let's talk about the cruise. So tell
Okay,
me what you wanna know.
So this is your first cruise, right?
Very first cruise, yes.
And you didn't book it through your daughter, right?
We did not.
Just throwing that out there.
Now, I'm going to defend your mom.
No, that's
here
fine. I was going to, but go for it.
because you would not have booked this because it was like over in Europe. There was other things involved than just the cruise.
Absolutely.
Okay,
I am
all right.
I am perfectly
saying,
fine with the
I'm just
situation.
pulling your mom out from under the bus you just threw on you. That's all I'm saying.
I just had to put it out there. To be fair, she didn't even tell me that she was going to book it until after. So I couldn't even try and convince her to go through me.
Well, that's all right.
But that's fine. That's
all
fine.
right.
It was more than what I could have done anyway. All right. So what ship were you on?
We were on the Windstar, and we were on specifically the Star Pride. And so Windstar has 3 motor yachts, and then they have 3 sailing yachts. And so the Star Pride, and I see Kevin said 180 degrees from ordinary is absolutely right.
Is that like their catchphrase or something?
It
Like
is.
okay.
It is. So we were on the Star Pride, and it was the last fleet of Windstar to go out since COVID. So they did a few things while COVID was happening. They invested like $250, lots of money. That's a Kimbra thing, right? Lots of money. And so they basically stretched the ship 84 feet. And which that is one of the very first things they told us, and they showed us a video of how they cut I call it a boat. They cut the boat in half and added all this stuff and then put it back together. That would have been really okay. I mean, I probably didn't need to know that, but it would have been really okay, except that we had a couple of one really rocky night. And knowing that the boat had been cut in half, you know, they test them and they put them through the normal safety procedures, but knowing that it was cut in half, actually about where our room was. So something I didn't want to know. But what they did, they added 84 feet. It's an all-suite yacht. They made all new bathrooms. Our room was 276 square feet. And it's all ocean view. They made new public areas, two new dining venues, a new spa, an infinity pool that we'll talk about later, fitness area. And it was really great. It was really, really great. After hearing about all of your cruises, it was different. I said the B word. The boat.
Okay. I mean, it's a yacht. A yacht. It's almost on that line. And
I mean, it's a boat. It floats in the water.
Well, the rule that people say is a boat can fit on a ship, but a ship can't fit on a boat. But I will tell you that they have cut like big, huge cruise ships in half and added to those as well. So that's probably much more of an engineering feat, not fate.
Good.
It could be a fate. So you were probably okay. I'm just saying.
It's really okay. I still didn't need to know it. I mean, it was the first one. Hey, sis.
Yeah, we got D in there. There's Aunt D.
Aunt D is there.
So what we have discovered after listening to all of you is the advantage of going on a smaller ship is it goes into smaller ports. It goes into more of the unknown ports. And that is good and that is bad. When we went into ports, most of the time, you had to get on a bus and you might have to travel 45 minutes to 90 minutes to get to where you're going. And that, in fact, we canceled one of ours just because we were like, we can't be on a bus for 90 minutes. And that's just to get there. So anyway, that is it. The Star Pride, we had about 212 people on our ship. There's a capacity for the guest of about 312. I looked and I thought it said like 180 staff, but they said we had like 211 or 217 staff or crew on the ship. So I'm not really clear on that. But anyway, the cruise that we went on was called A Piece of Greece, A Slice of Sicily, and the Corinth Canal. That's important.
She did her research. I thought I was going to like ask all these questions and
You
she's
gave
just
her
like,
homework.
boom, boom, boom. This is great. Keep going.
So the title of the cruise was important because we didn't go to the Corinth Canal.
Oh.
So one of the things that we discovered the day we were supposed to go through the canal was that no one knew that. We were also supposed to go to Delphi. Nobody knew that. I actually forgot about that. I guess I saw it but didn't see it. But the canal I was really excited about. But apparently last year there was a slide, a rock slide, some sort of slide, and the canal's been closed since then.
Oh.
So I'm not real clear why Windstar didn't tell people that, because we had a few people that were pretty annoyed about Delphi and the canal. So I don't know how you change that. I'm assuming that happens with all of them, but if it happened last year, you would have thought
They could have communicated that. Yeah.
Might have.
Sean from Australia is asking, was your ship a sail yacht? It's not a sail yacht, right? It's
Ours was not. Ours was a motor.
Because I think it's too big to be a sail yacht, but it's.
Well, I don't know. They told us that, let me look real quick. The small ship, well, there's a ship that goes to Tahiti. And that's of interest to Rob because it's a sail and that's what he wants to do. So
for those of you that don't know, Rob is my stepdad. He could not be on because he's doing work things, in Boston?
He's in Boston. Well, he was supposed to be in Boston right now, but his flight got canceled at the last moment.
So he could have been here.
No, he's in Indianapolis and he was going out at 6 a.m.
Okay. I'll give him a break.
Yeah, I kind of planned it that way, Anyway, the sail, it looks like it accommodates 148 guests, so it is smaller.
So it's about half the
Yeah,
size.
Smaller vessel.
Yeah, I'd say about half. Okay. So the itinerary.
Yeah, where'd you go?
Okay. So you all know this if you travel international. We left here on a Tuesday and we arrived into Athens Wednesday afternoon. And so we got to the hotel about 3:00. It was a Windstar hotel. It was very bare bones, very bare bones. Also in Europe, a lot of places, they don't have washcloths. That's real important because I took our own because I knew we would be in 3 nights in hotels. So I took those. Some of our friends that we met didn't know that. So that was good because the bare bones hotel barely had towels, period. So, and we were supposed to have a view of the city. Well, we did, but it was the broken down, run down city. But it was a place to sleep, and that's all we needed to do.
Yeah.
And
I'm going to interrupt you real quick.
yes,
How many nights was your cruise?
8.
8. Okay. And I had another question, but I don't remember what it was. Oh, how many bags did you take? You personally, or between the two of you?
I took 3 2 carry-ons and backpacks. I mean, we were gone really for 14 days.
I was going to say, you were it was not like you were just there for
I know. It's just really funny because like we have all of our stuff into like one big suitcase and like maybe a couple backpacks each, or like one backpack each, and you're like, we had enough bags to get us through the next year.
But it was extremely hot, extremely. And you had to change clothes because it was extremely hot. Okay. Yes, Dee. Funny.
Okay, go ahead.
And thanks, Kevin. Okay. So anyway, when we arrived into Athens, we had the afternoon to kind of do what we wanted to do. So I asked the lady from Windstar that checked us in and about going to the Acropolis. And she was like, oh, yes, you can walk. And no, I didn't fly business class. That was a problem. It was, no, maybe it was business class, not first class.
We call my mom fancy.
I don't know. It doesn't matter. We flew over there on a plane and we got there and it wasn't first class. So anyway, we asked the lady from Windstar about going to the Acropolis, and she said it's perfectly safe. You can walk there. And she said, all you need to do is this, 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 and this. And it sounded really simple. And I said, what about coming back? Because I didn't know if it got dark and whatever. And she said, I would take a taxi. And I was like, okay. She said, because it's a long walk. And I'm like, how can it be okay to walk there, but not okay to come back? It's the same distance, technically. Well, so we walked. And where she told us to go wasn't where, it's not what we found. So we had to step into a hotel. We got our bearings about us. And so we went on the walk and it was hot. It was so hot. but you walk downhill, you go over this flat area, and then you walk way uphill.
Yeah, it's like the Acropolis is on like a big overlooking kind of area, right? Like
Huge.
Yeah.
Like it overlooks like the city.
And are they still doing a lot of construction to it? I know they had been restoring it and stuff, but that was probably 10, 12 years ago that I heard that they were doing that. So
they were still doing parts of it, but it's still pretty bad. They were actually putting in like a cafe at the top of it. So I thought that was, you definitely we didn't take water because, it was hot and we didn't think about that. So they will definitely use that because people will need something when they get up there. So anyway, we went, and the walk back, we decided to stop and have some pizza because that was right there.
When in Rome or Greece, as the case may be.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh, it's 20 minutes back to the hotel. And he said, oh, let's just walk. Like an hour later, we were still walking because it is all the way uphill. We didn't realize how far downhill we had gone. And the lady said to take a taxi, but we thought we were being smart. So anyway, but it was it was a great thing to see. It was a really good experience. So anyway, the next morning we moved on. We got on the bus and we went to port, and we went through the testings and screenings, which actually was very well orchestrated. It went smooth. I was a nervous wreck because I was thinking, oh my gosh, someone here is going to test positive, and hopefully it's not us. but we had tested right before we left home, just to check, but you just never know.
Right.
So anyway, on Thursday we boarded about noon, and you guys call it something when you all get together.
The muster.
They didn't call it that. It was
like a safety briefing or something like that.
It was like a safety briefing, and everyone had to go to their own little spots, and then they did roll call and things like that. So, but that was good. And then we just kind of hung out and kind of learned about the boat. Everyone got together in what they called the lounge and kind of talked about the boat. That's where we saw where it was cut in half. And they kind of tell you, come and listen to about the excursions and just other little things you might need to know, which I'm assuming they do that on your boats too.
I'm just telling you, you're going to get a lot of trouble for calling it a boat.
Oh, sorry. Okay, sorry.
You're going to get a lot of ship for calling it a boat. That's all I'm saying.
It's a ship. Sorry.
But it's your first thing. Let me ask you this: you got on? Did you go to your room right away? Like,
yes.
What was your reaction to the cabin? Because you've never been on a cruise, so were you like, "Is this smaller than I thought?
No,
is this bigger than I thought?"
It was bigger than I thought. It was hotel room size.
Yeah, we saw pictures. We were like, "Whoa!"
Yeah, I was gonna ask you to send me pictures, but I forgot, and then it was time to start, so I didn't do it.
We'll post them on the cruising community.
I can send some. Yeah, it was. The bathroom had 2 sinks. The shower was like a double-sized shower.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that is not what most people that are listening to this are used to.
We had a little sofa and 2 chairs, coffee table. The balcony was a little tiny.
Yeah.
Like I had to hold the doors open and just barely could get my feet on it. But I loved it. I loved to stand out there and watch it. It just was great. So anyway, that was on Thursday. So Friday was our first day. We didn't sail. What do you call it? Through the night.
You sail. Yeah, it's still called sail. Even though you don't have a sail, it's still called
okay.
Sailing.
So the ship sailed through the night.
Will you be able to upload something on there if I airdrop to your computer?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Go ahead, Tammy.
Sorry.
Good pictures.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
So on Friday, we that's when we were supposed to go to the Corinth Canal in Delphi, and that didn't happen. That was also a day that there was supposed to be water sports, and that didn't happen. The reason I'm also saying that is because on our ship was several writers, critics, and writers and reviewers of ships and their trips, and I heard several of them saying really not nice things about not having the water sports and the other things. That's also important for later on. One thing I was telling you that I'm going to tell you. So the first place we went was Githion, and we anchored, and that was kind of fun because we went on an excursion that day, and so we went in the little
like a tender boat.
A tender. That's what it was. Okay. We went in the tender, and that was actually really fun. That was like water sports for me. It was fun. So we did that, and then Githion is not very well known. It's like the real Greek life experience, but it's not really invaded by a lot of tourists. So that's really good. And the most important part of that was it's real close to Sparta.
Oh.
And so anyway, we went there. Then on Saturday, we went to Corfu, Greece.
I'm going to throw these pictures up real quick.
Okay.
There's the stateroom.
Can you see it?
I can see it.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so looks I only put 2 of them. These are the pictures you sent me.
I only see one.
Yes. This is the other one.
Oh, that's
wow, look at that bathroom.
Right?
Yeah, that's but that's
pretty spacious.
To be fair, if you got a suite on a regular cruise ship, you would be looking at that much space or more. But they're all suites on this instead of like a regular balcony. Like a regular balcony cabin would not be quite that size. But
there were a couple larger suites that I later found out about. But anyway, so Saturday went to Corfu, Greece. That was actually our favorite place. Then we went to Argostoli. Then we went to Messina. That's in Sicily. Then we went to Trapani. And then we went to Cagliari. That's Italy, actually, which, I just need to tell you my power just flashed.
You're still okay for now.
I know. So just in case, you'll know. Then Thursday, we were at sea. And then on Friday, we ended up in Barcelona.
So you did have, I thought you were at a port every day, but you did have one day at sea.
One sea day.
When you were going from port to port, were you pretty far away from the coast, or were you like within sight of the coastline the whole time?
I would say far away.
Okay. Cool.
Once in a while, I would see like something in the distance. There are ghosts at my house.
Mary. That's another podcast.
Story, yes.
Oh my gosh, we should have the Halloween episode.
We'll save that for the Halloween episode. Yes, Mary.
We should do that. So you could see, like, I'm going to say little islands off in the distance once in a while, but most of the time it was just water.
So that's one thing that you've always talked about before you cruised, is you thought it would be really weird to just not see anything. Yeah. What did you think about it?
I actually loved it. Mm-hmm. And probably because it was at night. So, I would open the doors and step out on the little balcony, and it was just so peaceful.
So there's a group cruise going out in March. that is also
know.
going to be out in the middle of the water.
Yeah. I did like that. What I really especially liked was every morning we were going in. I'm not listening. Every morning we were going into port, and it was beautiful because you could see the city. And some of it, had all the little houses up on mountains, and it was just gorgeous.
You mentioned the tender boat.
Yes.
How many of your ports had tenders, and how many were you actually able to dock?
One had a tender.
Oh, that was it. Okay.
Oh.
That was it. The rest we ported right in.
Okay.
The tender also held 40 people, maybe.
Okay. Yeah.
It was fun. It was lots of fun. Okay.
All right, let's jump into the ship a little bit to kind of compare. I know. So dining. So one thing about, the big cruise ships is, there's the main dining room, and then there's the specialty dining, and then there's the buffet, and then there's like the pizza and the deli that are open 24 hours.
Not anymore, apparently.
Well, yeah, that's
another topic.
We haven't talked about
but
that
yeah,
yet.
Lots of food available pretty much all the time. There's some food, and most of the time there's a lot of food available on a standard cruise. Yeah, what was it like on this ship?
On this ship, first of all, it was casual wear everywhere for all dining venues for breakfast and lunch.
Okay.
They had one place that was specifically for breakfast and lunch. It was called the Veranda. They had what they called the Yacht Club. It would have like a light breakfast, like muffins and coffee, and you could get some small, like egg biscuits or something. And then for lunch, it would kind of have some yogurt and some small sandwiches. But for breakfast, those were really the only two for breakfast. They had a Star Grill, which was lunch and sometimes dinner. There were like 3 nights there was no dinner there, and I'm not really sure why. The Veranda turned into candles for dinner. And it was specifically seafood and steak, but reservations were required there. Which there are only 3 places truly that you could count on for dinner. Quadro 44, which is Spanish, Amphora, and Candles. So Candles and Quadro, they required reservations. Quadro, I bet, didn't hold 30 people.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
It was very small. Amphora was the biggest, and it was what I'm going to say, nicest, fanciest. You didn't need reservations for it, but it was the nicest of all. So, and after dinner, I'm going to say 9 o'clock, there's no food.
Okay. Was all that food included, or were there upcharges for the reservation?
Only upcharges was wine, a bottle of wine.
Okay. Which
we did once, and then someone else did it for us. So it ended up on our bill. We didn't know that, but yes, everything is included, which was nice because it was really good food. It's just and for dinner, the Quadro 44 and the M4, so one required reservation, the other didn't. They required slacks, polos, pants, dresses, no sleeveless.
Okay.
And no shorts.
That's pretty standard. However, not really that enforced on regular cruises, but that is what their dress code will say. I would suspect on a Windstar that would be a little bit more enforced. And probably a little bit different clientele as a whole would be. It's a kind of a fancier type of sailing, so I would expect people would adhere to that too more.
And we saw them ask one man to leave the Amphora because he had pants on, and we saw them tell one lady she needed to have a wrap
Oh,
because she had
Wow.
sleeveless on.
okay.
Which is kind of weird because, you know, it was hot,
Right.
but they required part of your arm to be covered, so your armpits weren't showing, basically, which is good. But they did have room service with a couple of them, and you could get that through 10 o'clock. So the night that it was really, really rough, we ordered room service, and it was terrible. But they said the next day that most everyone on the ship had ordered room service that night.
Ah.
Oh.
I mean, you couldn't hardly stand up in your room.
Yeah.
It was pretty rough.
Well, the thing about a smaller ship is you're going to feel that a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's one thing I'll tell you for when you cruise in the future on a larger ship. If you didn't get seasick on the Windstar, you're definitely not getting seasick on a big cruise ship, because you could barely even feel those. I mean, if there's a real bad storm, you might, but on a lot of the newer ones, even that is negligible.
A larger ship like the Carnival Pride.
No, and that was the other thing. We did take patches.
Right.
She's just
I know.
So we did take patches, but we didn't need them at all, which was really good, because that was one of our fears too, is I like to ride amusement rides and do all kinds of stuff like that, jump out of airplanes. But
oh yeah, you've gone skydiving.
I wonder if I have that picture somewhere.
Oh gosh, I'm show those.
No, it's not on this computer. You're lucky.
So bad. But yeah, so we were kind of concerned. Rob's been sailing, and I've done crazy things, and we've been fine, but you just don't know.
Right.
Entertainment.
Yeah. So, entertainment. What kind of entertainment was on board? Do they have shows? Do they have concerts, opera? What else is?
Oh, it's limited.
Yeah.
It was
okay.
Limited. So one night they had a cruise show. So the crew did various singing, dancing, juggling, crazy things. That was one night. They had two groups. They had a duo, a male, female, and then they had a small band. And I say small, like 4. And they just played all around the ship. And they have what they call the Compass Rose, which is kind of what I want to call a lounge. They had a lounge, but this was more of just a nightclub lounge, not really a club. But they played in there a lot, but you would find them out on the deck playing, or if we had a welcome reception, and they were playing, and we had a couple other things they were playing, and then they had wine tasting one evening, which was good.
Okay.
And that was pretty much, the other things they did, they had a captain's welcome reception. They did a sail away and a flag raising. Then we had the cruise show. We had a deck barbecue.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And then we did the captain's farewell. That was, kind of the entertainment, because the other thing is every day had excursions. So
right, you were at port almost every day, so there's not as much.
Almost every day. I just threw in, Rob said, thankfully, no reindeer games. He can be a poop. He doesn't like trivia. He doesn't like those things. He's really good at it, though.
I was gonna say, I could see Rob
I would love to be on a Rob trivia
they do like
team.
the music trivia. When
they
play the songs.
The 70s music.
Oh, yeah,
he knows every artist, every title.
I could see him. I could see him getting into that.
Yeah, but he said he doesn't like reindeer games, so. Oh well.
It's not, unless you go to Alaska, you won't see reindeer, so you're okay.
Oh.
Did
Okay.
they have any like presentations, or what's the word I'm looking for?
Like lecture type series on, I would expect at the Mediterranean, if they did, it'd be on like culture, art, architecture, stuff like that.
The only thing they did is in the evenings they would have meetings in the lounge for people that wanted to go, just to kind of hear about what was happening the next day on the excursions.
Okay.
Okay.
That was pretty much that was,
Everybody's trying to get you to go on the group cruise now.
I know.
Even Sean, who's not going to be on the group cruise because he lives in Australia, as if that's an excuse. But
well, we're just returning from a trip, so I don't know.
Okay. Was there a cruise director?
So I thought about that one a lot. And so we had the captain, and he was out and about once in a while. And we had an entertainment guy. He's the one that talked about all the excursions and kind of what was happening. That was kind of it. We had a guy that was at our room, and I think his name was Eli. I have thought it was a simple little name. He was at our room every day, just saying, "Do you need anything?" He was a nervous little guy. He was. One morning, it was a morning that. So one day we did not go out on an excursion because we went to the spa. So that morning, I heard them say they were going to do a test of all emergency things. So it was like 9:30, 10, and they were going to do it at 10. And the yacht club stopped serving at 10. And other breakfast was closed. So I was like, because he gets hangry, So I was like, you need to run really quick to the yacht club. I want coffee, and just bring me something, and bring yourself something. Just make sure you eat. We've got to get food. So go now. So he took off, and I heard him open the door. I heard him bumbling at the door, and I heard him open the door, and then some obscenities came out.
Uh-oh.
And I was like, uh-oh. And all of it was on the ground floor.
Oh.
He had dropped it all. Well, our Eli, that wasn't his name, but Eli.
Names and faces have been changed to protect the identity of.
Yeah.
There we go.
He was right there. I don't know where he came from. And he's like, Mr. Rob, I help you. And Rob's like, no. And he's like, no, Mr. Rob, I need to help you. And he picked up everything and he took off. And then someone knocked on our door, and he had brought everything back to us.
Aw.
There you go.
He was so sweet.
That's
but
cruise
he was
service right
so
there.
nervous. He was just nervous all the time. One time, Rob asked him, the refrigerator was stocked, but not with Tito's. And Rob's like, is there any way I could get a small bottle of Tito's or something? And the next day, there was a glass half filled full of Tito's in our room.
Nice.
Just he was just a really nice man. So anyway, that was we didn't really have a cruise director.
Okay. I didn't really expect you to.
On that side.
Yeah. So I know Carnival, like their big thing is like all about the cruise director. The Royal Caribbeans that I've been on, they have a cruise director, but like the ones the two that I've been on,
the bigger, newer ships
haven't been like a big thing.
Because the ship's got so many.
Yeah.
They're kind of just a different mindset.
Virgin Voyages did not have a cruise director. It was all about like the fun team or whatever they were called.
Yeah, their rooms look nice, by the way.
What?
Their rooms look nice.
Virgin?
Their rooms are nice is to look at. Everything on Virgin is nice to look at. It's not comfortable to actually use.
It's all about aesthetics.
Yeah, it's like a floating IKEA. But
Do we have a deck barbecue or special event on shore?
Oh,
No, I mean, we had
you said you had the deck
the
barbecue.
deck barbecue one evening, which was, oh my gosh, they had a full pig with his head.
Did you
I
take
didn't eat
pictures?
it. No, I didn't eat it.
It's probably
But
delicious.
we had no special events when we ported. In fact, I didn't see a beach.
Oh.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's probably just a thing with that itinerary, though.
There were some beaches you could go to, but they were not part of the excursions. And we were that big is not good. So you were not, if you didn't get back to the boat, that's too bad. So we didn't try that. Well, because we didn't know what we were doing either.
Yeah,
So,
especially on your first one, and you're
Yeah.
so you had a limited number of excursion options to choose from that were provided through Windstar or arranged through Windstar, and you
yeah.
had like a deadline to sign up on them before
we
the
did.
cruise, and then after that deadline passed, you had to sign up on everything on board, and some
yes.
stuff sold out, right?
Yes, because I missed the deadline. Because I was so focused on making sure I picked the right thing. When I went to sign in, I couldn't. And I was like, what is going on here? Well, it's because I missed the deadline. But that's okay. We were still able to pick all the things we wanted to do. And we actually, when we got onto the ship, they gave us a book that was really more detailed, which was really helpful.
Hmm.
You know, like the 90-minute bus ride. So things like
Right.
that.
Yeah, those kind of things are important to know because
Yeah.
they can really alter your experience in a port.
And we were very, very fortunate because the ship was so small. We, toward the end of the cruise, there were a few people we had never seen, but we had seen most everyone. And that was nice. And there wasn't anyone that we met that we wouldn't want to go on an excursion with.
Oh, cool.
Because, you know, sometimes you have that one person you really want to stay away from because they're just
yeah.
not your cup of tea.
Yeah.
And ours were great. There were kind of some quirky ones, but, you know, we're quirky too. So
when you guys went to the different dinner venues, were you seated at a table for two, or were you seated with a group of people?
We could always sit however we wanted. So sometimes we were with each other, and then there's another group of people that we met that we would have dinner with them.
Okay.
So like our last night, there was 8 of us at a table, I think. And it was so much fun.
Yeah.
Other times, well, we did go to dinner with this other family of 5, so there would have been 7 of us a couple of times, but it was just all in timing, or we ate while we were out. So, but anyway,
it's one of my favorite things to do is to have dinner with the strangers that randomly get put at your table. It's a little bit of a gamble. Most of the time, it's a really positive, great experience. They share their experiences, you share yours, you get to make new friends. But occasionally you do get that like crazy person and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't want to sit at this table anymore. But that's the exception, definitely not the rule. That is what I've found.
Yeah, it was, I mean, I want to say there wasn't anyone that was annoying. It was that we ran into. So it was all good. When we went to Hawaii, there was one lady there that, and she was with us all the time. And she was really nice, but she just chattered all the time. And when I say chattered, I mean it like to herself constantly. Whoever would listen to her about weird stuff. Mm-hmm. She was real nice, but
yeah, no, I get it.
Okay.
So this is what I'm thinking. I've got one more question, and then we do the cruise creature,
Okay.
just because of timing. And then
Okay.
I know there's a couple other things that was on like the question list for you. We can do those things, but I want to get these last couple things
Sure.
at least within our time.
Absolutely.
Does that work?
Yeah.
So the most important question: did you have towel animals?
Yeah, I knew that was your question. We had one.
Only one?
Oh, that's
Yes, and it was
cool.
this little guy, and he had this little scroll thing in his arms. And I opened it up, and it was 2 recipes. And they were not good ones.
So your towel animal had recipes?
Like nothing I would ever want. I was like, really?
Did
Oh,
you ask your
wow.
neighboring cabins if they also got recipes and if they were better than yours?
No, because she liked to open her door and talk to Rob a lot. We couldn't
Okay.
figure out what she was doing. She was going in and out of her door at all hours of the night. It's because she was going up to smoke.
Oh.
Did they put like chocolates on the pillow at night or mints or anything like that?
Chocolates.
Oh, see that?
Good chocolates.
They took that away from us on Carnival. They still do it, I think, on some of them.
I'd rather have the towel animal.
I mean, they did both though.
Well, I mean, both would be cool, but if I had to choose one
how
or the
about a towel
other,
animal instead of a recipe with a chocolate.
oh yeah, that would have been good.
Yeah, see, there you go.
Yeah, the recipe wasn't good. And, okay, you want to know about the bars, pools?
Not yet. We're gonna do the cruise creature first.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Are you ready for it? Matt picked this specifically for you.
Aww.
So we always do a cruise creature, and since you were in the Mediterranean and started in Greece, we thought we would do something from mythology because we thought that would be fun. And I know that you are a fan of hippos.
Yeah.
There aren't hippos in Greece, but there is a mythological creature called the hippocampus. Have you ever heard of the hippocampus? Not the part of your brain that's called hippocampus. Can you bring up the pictures on that one?
I can.
So the hippo. Do you know what hippo means?
Are you
in
ready
Latin?
for it now, or you want me to wait?
Yeah, go ahead and bring it up.
Okay.
That is a mosaic of a hippocampus or hippocamp, or there's a few other pronunciations. And then go ahead and pull that other one up there. And there is I believe that is an amphora. Although my art history days are a little bit in the past, but that is also a hippocampus. So hippo is Latin for something.
I know what it is.
Know that. I took 4 years of Latin.
All right.
She's Googling it.
Yes, I am.
Well,
I took 2 years of Latin.
The clue is the creature, because the creature has the head of a. Bring it back up.
Yep.
I think it looks like a walrus.
The head?
Oh, of that thing? It looks like a horse.
Yes. So hippo means horse. Hippopotamus means water horse or river horse or something like that. Campus is sea monster. So this is the horse sea monster. But really, they're not monsters in the term in the definition of like scary monsters. They were popular in Greek mythology. They all the way back to like Homer's Iliad. They were kind of linked with Poseidon, because Poseidon was also the god of horses as well as the ocean, and he was pulled by hippocampus on his, I guess, chariot or whatnot. And so they were kind of revered in Greek mythology and then in Roman mythology as well for Neptune. But they're on like the Trevi Fountain, which was built later, but it's got those on it and stuff like that in Italy. But they were considered a good thing. They would rescue sailors that were drowning and save them from actual, I guess, monstrous sea monsters. And they were supposed to help people overcome problems that they faced at sea. It was a common belief that the sea suds, which formed whenever waves crashed, was caused by the movement of the hippocampus beneath the waves. So a cool creature, right? Like
cool creature.
I mean, now the name hippocampus as sort of used for seahorses as well. So seahorses, the real creatures, seahorses, they're all kind of tied in together. I don't know if that was like an influence on the ancient Greeks to come up with that, or if they just were like, nope, we're going to put a fish body on a horse head. And there were actually a whole slew of creatures in Greek mythology that had a fish back end, fish tail, and the top end was a different type of monster or creature. And I think most of them ended in campus. So that was like the common denominator there. But anyway, I thought that would be a fun cruise creature to do. The hippocampus.
It's a good one.
Was a creature.
All right, you may continue with your questioning.
Interrogation.
All right, what's next? Oh, you said
pools, amenities.
Oh, I'm gonna go for it. We're gonna upload this picture.
So yeah, what kind of amenities did you find on the cruise? Like, amenities could be anything: pools, hot tubs, chessboards, anything at all.
Water slides.
No water slides. The pool, I was shocked. I'm guessing it was about 12 by 10 feet only. It was
pretty small.
It was very small. Like, there were 4 people in it. There were 3 people in it, and I went in it just to cool down. And I felt like they were in my space.
That photo is in an iPhone format, and StreamYard doesn't like it.
Well, that's weird.
It's an HEIC. If you want to fix it, just do a screenshot
what if I just
of it.
Download it? Because I tried to send it.
I think it'll still be that same format.
You think?
Yeah, you have to do like a screenshot. It'll save it as a JPEG.
Okay. No, I got it. I'll do it.
The other thing, it did have a boutique. It was pretty high end. And I did get this necklace. You can't see it very well. It's Roman glass.
Yeah.
And it had the compass rose, which was the bar lounge, and then it had the lounge. It didn't have that's kind of it. That's not true. In the yacht club, they had a table with some puzzles on it. And
like puzzles like you like to do, like
yes,
puzzles. Okay,
jigsaw puzzles.
That's cool.
But it was really nice because you could see all around, and you could just sit out either outside or inside, and it was kind of like a library.
Okay.
Setting, kind of. But that was kind of it.
Was the vibe on the ship kind of pretty relaxing for them? Like, did they have like party times at all, or was it pretty chill the whole time?
It's very chill. Most everyone on the ship was, I'm going to say, mid-30s to older. There was one grandpa who had 14 people with him, and there were 3 teenagers. And when I say teenagers, they were older teenagers.
Okay.
So it was a very, and they were such good kids. They were so good to Grandpa. That's my creature. Oh, that is my certificate too. We got.
Oh, what did you do?
I minimized it. I didn't know.
You can't do that.
Sorry. There we go.
That's our creature.
That's. Okay.
With recipes. That's just weird.
That has recipes on it. And I'm really, really sad to say I didn't bring it home. So anyway, so I saw here in the chat that somebody is doing a helicopter ride. Yes.
Oh.
Over Lake Superior. We did helicopter in the Grand Canyon, and we did one in Hawaii into the, I don't know, but It's fabulous. I hope you love it.
Cool.
And we did doors off in Hawaii, which was super fun too.
Kevin, who I believe Kevin has been on, I'm pretty sure he's talking about being on Windstar.
Yeah.
Yes.
We asked for Dr. Pepper at the bar on the first night. They didn't have any on board. The next day, Dr. Pepper started showing up in our refrigerator. Wow, that's impressive.
He probably had Eli.
He probably. What were the people that worked on the ship, like the people that did the room service and the restaurants and stuff that you saw, were they primarily from a certain region? Like some ships you get a lot of people from the Philippines, other ships you get a lot of people from like different, like Eastern Europe, others you get a combination of people. Did you notice like a lot of people were they from Italy, Greece, were they from all over the world, or could you tell? Like some cruise lines, they'll put it on their name tag, like where they're from, but
They did not have, well, that's not true. I think they told us. But I think just by observing, I would say they were from all over.
okay. That's one of the things I really enjoy about cruising too, is meeting just all these people from different parts of the world. And I mean, you get sometimes you can socialize with them.
Yeah.
And stuff. Captains tend to be from Italy, though. Like the captains on most cruise ships I've been on.
Italian, yeah.
Italian. Was your captain Italian?
No. He was very American.
Oh, he was American.
Yes.
So the Italian
that's
captains
interesting.
come to the United States, and the United States captains go to the Mediterranean.
He was, I just put it somewhere. He was very, very American.
Oh.
Huh.
Very. Or unless I was just totally fooled, which could happen.
I think that covered most of our questions.
So I was just going to say, for the excursions, most of them had 3 or 4 you could choose from. But, and then a couple of them were canceled after we started going, after we signed up for them.
Oh.
But again, Corfu was our favorite little place to go. It's just, we had the option to go to the Blue Cave boat trip, which would have been, I can't pronounce, Palio Las Tritza, maybe, in the Blue Cave. We heard that was beautiful, but they couldn't go down in the cave. So they had to stand just on the upper side and look down into it. Okay. Was it worth the cost? Oh. Well,
because it was a pricey. It's obviously it's a pricier cruise.
It was. We were last minute. We were about 6 weeks out, maybe, and our flights just overnight, because we didn't tell her to book them right away because we were kind of thinking about. And overnight, they raised like $1,700 each.
Oh, man.
So this trip was, it makes me want to, I would never do it again if it cost that much. I think if we did, like he's talking like maybe Tahiti in the future, that we will book a year out if we could. Yeah. Because we talked to some people that paid half of what we did.
Right. Right.
And that was that's our fault, but it wasn't, it was a lot. It was just crazy. It was stupid crazy, but it was our first one. And now we're kind of spoiled, I think.
I'm really curious, though. I really want you guys to go on a cruise. It is not necessarily a group cruise. I mean, it would be great, but I'm not giving you trouble like some people. But I think I'd love to get you guys on like a celebrity cruise.
Yeah, I think a celebrity would be a really good line for you.
Because there are some things that you're probably a little bit more spoiled on, but I feel like the bigger ship, there's going to be some things that are also going to be like spoil for that. So I'd be real curious to see like your impressions of a different style, bigger experience kind of a thing.
Yeah, I think so I think for the first it was really, really good. Because I think it would have been like overload if it was too much for us. And it also took about 4 or 5 days before some people kind of came down to earth and could enjoy it. Even though we had to do some fancy work on the ship, trying to get some messages sent out, and it was kind of don't let him lure you to the dark side.
Kevin likes the big ships too. Don't let him fool you.
It was pretty awesome though. It was, I mean, I kind of like the simpleness of it.
That's the nice. There's so many decisions you don't have to make on a cruise. Like it really sets you up for relaxation, I think.
Yeah. It was fun. The other thing I would say is we went to a hotel in Barcelona, and it was a Windstar hotel too. It was nicer. And so that was really nice. And then their transportation, we were on buses, but the transportation from the hotel in Barcelona to the airport was really nice. It was just for us. It was a car, and it was a Mercedes, and it was like the guy in the black suits and everything, which we totally didn't expect. So they do take really good care of you.
Yeah.
Oh, the bus. When the bus left the ship to go to the hotel in Barcelona, there were 2 buses. Remember I was telling you about all the writers and the critics and the reviewers and stuff? So one of those was in the pool when I got in there, and I heard her talk about she was 6 months pregnant. And the second bus, not our bus, had an accident going to the hotel.
Oh.
And it hit, the bus pulled out in front of a car, and it hit right where that girl was sitting.
Oh, no.
Oh.
And all was fine, but it took them 7 hours to get from the ship to the hotel. When we were like less than an hour. And I was like, she was one that was talking about the water sports. She was the one talking about the corn canal. And now they had an accident. I was like, oh my gosh, I wish I knew her name, because I bet they didn't get very good comments from her. Anyway, but I would say Windstar takes really good care of you.
Yeah, that's good. Nice. I would expect that, but that is good to hear.
Yeah, it was good. Anyway,
cool.
What else you want to know? Oh, so, can I tell you one more thing?
Yes.
When we were in Barcelona, I booked a private tour, not knowing it was really private. I thought it said up to 12 people, so I thought there'd be 10 other people with us. Well, it was private. But he took us to the La Sagrada Familia, and I don't know if you know what that is.
Mm-mm.
Oh, look it up. It's the most amazing architectural piece of work you've ever seen.
Oh, like a basilica? Oh, okay.
That's cool.
It looks like very Gothic.
It's super cool. La Sagrada Familia. You have to read about it.
I'm sure I took some tests on it in art history.
It was amazing. And our tour guide was from the area, so he gave us like lots of, like, one place in there, he went to school in one of the rooms there, and I mean, it was just super cool.
Well, that is cool.
Highly recommend.
That's something that's really neat about European cruises specifically. I mean, you can get culture in other, like the Caribbean, but not the same level and that history there is pretty amazing, pretty cool.
It was good. It was good. Okay.
Cool. So this is what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Wrap up, roll the credits, and then if people want to stick around, if my mother is still available and ask any questions.
Okay. Yeah.
Does that sound good? Do you have time to stick around for a little bit longer?
I don't know. I'm kind of by myself.
Great. All right. So
Can we say hi to Mom? Nan?
Oh yeah.
Nan's watching.
Nan's watching. So I want to so here while we're doing that, Aunt Dee said family cruise. I think that would be great. We'll get you and Rob, Aunt Dee, put Nan in the casino.
Oh, we didn't have a casino either.
Well, on a cruise that we go on, it'll probably have a casino, unless we go on Disney. But Nan's not going to want that.
We're going to talk to you about that too.
I'm all in. Sold. All right. So thank you for joining.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
For those of you that are live chat, we're going to roll the credits and hang out a little bit if you have any questions. For those that are audio, I hope you enjoyed my wonderful mother. She came prepared. She said she was nervous. I don't think she showed it.
No.
All right. Do you have any last minute things to say before we roll the credits?
Just thanks to everyone. And maybe I'll see you on a cruise.
All right. Well, on that note, it's time to head for the horizon. And until next time, seize the day.
Have a fantastic week, everybody. We're back.
We're back.
The dog is not in the room, which is
Where is Reno?
Reno, come here.
Usually he's like laying on the floor down.
He has been. He was over here for most of it.
I don't think we reset the temperature, so it's warm in here. So he's probably in the room where it's cooler.
Maybe.
He's chilling.
Well, I left my ice cream container on the table. Hopefully he didn't get into that.
I was going to do Medusa for you, but
she wasn't listening.
I don't like that.
There she goes.
I've seen that commercial.
So if there's anybody still in the chat that has any questions for Momma T, throw it out there, or anything you want to talk about. I'm going to go find the dog.
And also remember Down Under Cruisers coming on at 10 o'clock. So make sure to head over there at 10 o'clock and check them out. Stacy says Reno has escaped the apartment. What? I think Reno's getting in trouble.
Did he
I have
eat
a feeling that Reno ate the rest of the ice cream.
No.
I think it was a mostly empty container though. I hear, what did you do? Reno's getting in trouble. Oh, and I just heard the bad dog. So that's definitely not a good sign. Oh, was there a lot of ice cream in it?
Nothing in it.
There was nothing in it?
Besides the goop that's up to the edges.
Let me see it. Let me see. We'll show the evidence here. This is the evidence right here at the aquarium. We have a box. We have a box of things that were eaten by creatures or attempted to be eaten by creatures. It has all sorts of crazy stuff in there. That would be something we could put in there.
I had a feeling.
That's why he's not in here, because he knew he was in trouble.
So, Kimbra, what was it?
Ice cream is enlightened brownie and cookie dough, something or other.
Oh, that's bad.
I mean, it was gone. The ice cream was gone. It was just whatever was like left. I'm not gonna leave ice cream just sitting out. It'll
Right, it
melt.
would have melted.
Come here, Reno.
So Kevin asked, I think you already answered there in the chat, but Kevin asked, says the Steve Rachelin barbecue restaurant, is that what it was called?
Mm-hmm.
And it was pretty good?
It was good. It was the Star Grill.
Oh, Star Grill. Okay.
Why is he not listening to me?
Because he's in trouble.
Reno, come here.
Don't yell at him.
He just got into stuff he shouldn't have.
You should have left it out for him.
I mean,
Poor guy.
if I left like donuts out on the counter.
Shut up.
There's Reno. Hey, I know Todd's in here. Todd just made, I don't know if you saw him, Tammy, but Todd does 3D printing and he actually scans stuff and prints it. And him and his wife did a towel animal Reno and then printed
I saw that somewhere.
as a little 3D like keychain or ornament or something
Right.
like that.
Hey, Todd, can I grab that picture that you posted and put it up on here? I'll ask for permission before I do it.
Didn't I see it somewhere?
He put it on Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dee says, clearly not stupid. He knows. Oh, yeah, the dog is definitely not a dumb dog.
What was my favorite?
Stacy was, what was your favorite port of all of them? You said, was it called Corfu? Corfu. Was that your favorite or?
That was, we really liked it. We really did. Now, we also liked Cagliari because we did that on our own. Look how cute that is.
He even put the eyebrows on there.
Oh, yes.
And it's got a nubby. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't download that picture.
Yeah. It's got a nubby, just like the real dog does.
The real dog tail.
Yeah.
Are you doing it, Kimbra?
Yeah.
There she goes.
Oh, look how cute.
I love it. He said that he redid it and he's going to post it later. So that was the first go around, which I think turned out pretty awesome.
Hey, Dan's popping in here. So, but you enjoyed all the ports, it sounds like, for the most part. They were all pretty good.
We did. The one thing I would say that they focused on a lot, and I'm going to try to be really careful how I say this, but everywhere you went, there was a church, and they're all beautiful, but like almost every single excursion had those.
That's the thing though in Europe, like, because if you think about it from like Renaissance and like that's where all the money was going into the art. So like all the art is either religious or it's reflective of like mythology for the most part. But when you get into so it's a lot of cathedrals and stuff like that.
I mean, absolutely gorgeous. We saw some that were very, very old. And you could tell the glass was old, and I mean, just beautiful. But it was like we're in another church.
It's another church, and here's another church. Yeah, they all start to look the same, I guess. Well, it's probably like other people see crocodilians. I see, like, there's a church, and there's a church. There's a crocodile. There's a crocodile. And to me, I'm like, no, that's a such and such. But
yeah, probably like that.
Yeah. So for somebody that's like really into like when I did that art history class, I got really into it for a while, and like there's the subtleties and stuff that I've forgotten.
It was, I mean, and in saying that, we went to the La Sagrada Familia. It's a cathedral, basically.
Yeah.
Gorgeous. But it was more about the architecture. We also went to Park Güell, and that is in Barcelona, and it is all about architecture. So and Rob's really into architecture, so
he loved it.
He's an accountant, but numbers guy, but he loves architecture. So
Makes sense. Those two things kind of go
they do
hand in hand.
sort of.
I mean, you need math for the other one.
So Stacy, I'm just going to talk instead of type.
Yeah.
And what was your favorite food dish or meal? Well, I'm a very particular eater.
The apple didn't fall far from that tree.
Runs in the family.
So I have to say their pizza was really good. On the ship, we had surf and turf one night, and there was 2 other people at our table that chose that, and I don't know what they did to the lobster, but it was not good.
Oh, really?
It was not good.
Did they have a lot of options for like vegetarian or vegan? Or
yes, they were very good at that. Very, very good. Yeah, but I would say we had Italian food in Barcelona, not tapas or Spanish. We had pizza in Greece. We had pizza in Sicily. So we ate a lot of pizza. But I'm a very particular eater, so don't ask me what my favorite meal is, because I'm not helpful.
Rob is more adventurous though, right? Like he's more of an adventurous eater.
Yes, he is. And I have actually really come a long way.
Yeah.
I mean, she ate Greek with us.
She did, yeah. And then you went to Greece. Did you eat any Greek food in Greece?
No.
Oh.
No.
Well, if we ever go to Greece,
you're gonna eat Greek food? You love Greek food.
I love Greek food.
You love the Acropolis, the restaurant.
Yes, I do. I would really like to go there right now.
Opa. The saganaki.
Saganaki, souvlaki, Greek salad.
We've already eaten all of our points.
I don't like olives.
Oh.
Don't eat the olives then.
You can just give them to us.
I tried. Where'd you go in Greece? We went to, I will go up here and cheat and look at my little notes. So we went to Scythian, and we did the Mistras Byzantine city, which is Sparta, really, and that they gave us the whole history there. That was really good too. In Corfu, we went to the Menripos Palace in Corfu town, which again, that was I don't know why that was our favorite little place. Then we went to, we didn't go out that day. Our last day in Greece, we didn't go out because we did the spa. And the choices was the St. Andrew's Monastery and the Robola Winery, but we had already signed up for another winery the next day, so we chose not to do that. And they had the Melisani Lake and the Drugarati Cave or something like that. They couldn't go in the caves there either. But it's beautiful. When we were coming into ports, it's gorgeous.
It's beautiful, yeah.
It's gorgeous.
Cool.
Cool. Do you have anything else?
I got nothing.
Any last minute chat questions?
I saw some people where someone flew in a something 77.
Oh yeah, I think I saw that too up here.
That sounds exciting.
Was it Tony?
It's Nick P, I think,
Nick.
wasn't it?
Nick. They flew in a B-17 jet.
Weeks ago, yeah.
And then was also able to do a helicopter in Ireland in February over the cliffs of Moher, I guess that's how you say it. That's cool. I feel like Nick's from Canada, maybe? I don't know.
Maybe. Larry wants to know what will be your next cruise.
I don't know. We did not have to go through customs at the end of the cruise. We just walked off, grabbed our luggage, and they grabbed our luggage and we went.
Huh, that's cool.
When we came back through Atlanta, we basically picked up our luggage and put it on gave it to some guys, and that was it.
Cool.
I mean, I felt like coming back home was almost nothing. And actually going there was almost nothing. Oh. At the aquarium or?
No. Travel
Oh,
advisor.
Larry is technically, I think he's retired, but he has YouTube channel, which is Plump Travelers, and then he does the travel agent thing. That's cool.
So we have a lot of people that really support us.
And Larry wants to swim with sharks. We're going to swim with sharks with Larry at some point.
Todd says somebody knows someone who can book you on a Fintastic Cruise.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not sure I'm ready for it. I'm not sure.
Okay.
We'll get her on there
eventually. We'll get
But
there.
I will tell you that Rob is talking about a Disney cruise.
Oh.
I'm all in for that.
With the troops.
Oh, with all of them.
But that's
but you know what? I think that
is you can avoid the troops when you want to.
Disney
does a really good job.
There's definitely places for that. And that's probably a good one. And the little ones in the next couple years or so will be a good age for that. And I think Reese will still be kind of on the line where he'll still be good.
Yeah, he was talking about the cruise and Disney all together. And
that would be a lot.
That would be sensory overload for those kids. That just wouldn't work.
Yeah.
So I think
do it in 2 different trips.
Yeah. I think I have him convinced to do Disney first and then maybe a 3 or 4 day cruise.
He's going to need the cruise after the Disney trip, though.
Well, we're going to need something after that. And of course, you guys are invited, so we might need some help. So that definitely is something that's in the works. Is Momma T in Florida? No. She's in Indiana.
Any solo cruiser with Kimbra? Yes, we currently have technically 3, but one of them's about to book someone else in her cabin, I think. So we have right now Mama Sandy has her own cabin.
That could change.
It could change. And then my Aunt Dee is currently solo, and it will be her first cruise. We have a few first-time cruisers on our group cruise.
Yeah.
So maybe I could go by myself.
Yeah. We'll put you in a room next to Aunt Dee.
She might not want that.
No, I've got her on a lower level, I think. So I'm sure you'd want to be on like a fancy cabin.
I need to see out.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be fancy. I just need to see out.
A window or ocean view or a
ocean
balcony.
view.
Mm-hmm. That was probably my very favorite part of the whole cruise.
The balcony. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and even if you don't have the balcony, just sitting on the deck, smelling the ocean, hearing the ocean, feeling the wind off the ocean, just.
The night it was really, really rough. I opened the door and stood out there and watched the boat, the ship, what do you call it? The white coming off of it.
The white caps. Is that what you're talking about?
Like the chop. There's the wake.
The wake coming off of it, and then seeing the waves that go deep and crash over. I love that. I loved it.
Oh, did anybody I know a couple people in the beginning found Steve. Did anybody else find?
Did you move him?
Find Steve? No, but we didn't.
No, I mean, I don't see it. Oh.
Yeah.
So can you explain your background that everyone loves?
I mean,
Doesn't it speak for
Doesn't it,
itself?
right?
It just became kind of a funny thing, but it is a very nice background.
So
we went from like
we tried so many different locations to do the setup, and nothing ever worked for us. And then we bought a green screen, and we used it a few times, and we used to sit actually this way, like with the desk and the camera, and the camera was like sitting on the desk, and it was never the right height. And the background was actually like the wall of all the Harry Potter pops. And we got the green screen, and it didn't actually fit right. And then there were weird shadows. And then we decided to turn and do it the other way. And I was like, you know what? I am so over this.
God, it needs no explanation. How do you explain? How do you question true art? I mean,
so
look,
anyways,
art makes you feel something. So this makes you feel something.
So this is what we ended up with, and it's just better than all the other options. And then it became a thing.
I noticed.
Kevin says that you need a balcony attached to a big suite.
I need a balcony. I don't really need a big suite. If I'm by myself, that's good. I just need a nice size bathroom.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, you're not getting a nice sized bathroom if you're cruising without a suite.
It's reasonable, I think.
Not on the Pride.
It's all right. It's all right. I don't know. I find that like, I don't think, like when we've toured suites and stuff, like I like the balcony, and sometimes they have bigger balconies. Mm-hmm. But as far as the rest of the room space, I don't really care that much about that.
I don't either.
I'm not in that part of the cabin except for to sleep, to get ready.
Right.
Like, I want to either be on the balcony or I want to be out in the ship.
Yep, I agree.
And if I'm sleeping, I don't need. Now, if I had a bigger family, if I was spending more time in the cabin, like doing social things, but that's not really something that happens. So the balcony is where it's at. But it would be comfortable. Like, and especially like if you were on like a smaller ship like that, that would be kind of nice.
Kevin says the Rotterdam has decent bathrooms in the standard rooms. Yes, the Rotterdam was, I loved that ship.
Yeah, that's a good ship. Yeah, Holland America is good too.
Yeah, we could get you on a Holland America.
What was the age demographic on your cruise? Were you like the children of the cruise, or were you like average age, or?
We were probably older, on the older side, but mid-30s to older.
Okay.
And when it's kind of hard to tell when you get so old, how old people are, because I think there are so many people that look so much older than me and they're really not.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No,
and then I see people that I think look 12 years old and they're 30. So
yeah,
it's hard to say. Is your mom still on here?
I don't know. She tries, but her internet is so bad that a lot of times she's not able to, like, it just
she'll probably watch later.
Yeah. Yeah, but she'll watch it. She'll watch the whole thing later. So
good. Well, I've missed her.
Aw.
So Dan says there's Van Gogh, Da Vinci, Picasso.
You said it right.
I know.
So
then there's Kimbra's backdrops.
Matt looks 25.
I wish.
Sorry. I didn't know.
Hey, leave that comment up there. It's, yeah.
Background should have its own edits.
Credits.
It probably does. It just, yeah.
Kimbra, what happened to your hair?
What do you mean what happened to it?
It's not purple.
It still is. It's just her roots are showing.
Yeah, I see.
And also it's dark, so
yeah,
outside looks more purple, but you got to get your roots
I need to get it. Yeah.
Sandy is here.
Oh, she's still
there.
She is.
Okay.
Yeah, she tries to stay as she can. Matt, are you in your 30s? I think Larry's joking.
I'm in my 30s.
Because I'm like, Larry, you and I are like pretty close to the same age. Pretty sure we're like right at the same age. So
do you know how old Larry is?
Yeah, I think he's my age.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
I think everyone's the same age.
Within a couple years for sure. Oh, my mom. Oh, see, I thought that was my mom.
52.
Yeah, so you're a year older than me, Larry.
Ooh, Matt, dye your beard purple.
I wanted to bleach it because I'm getting enough white hair that I could probably do that. It used to be red. It still is. Like, we were outside in the sun the other day and it was looking kind of red.
When the sun
I
hits
like it. I like it when I have a ginger beard. When it grows out real long, it used to get real red, but now it's probably mostly gray. So I don't want to look like Santa Claus.
They're planning a trip down here.
He wants to go too.
Yes. Well, we did that trip with the two of you to St. Augustine.
I know.
That was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun that trip.
Dee wants to go because I told her, we were going to come this weekend because Rob was out of town, and Aunt Dee wants to come, and I told her we would go to parks.
Yeah, we need to take her. She would love that.
Yeah, we could take her to some places. She'd really enjoy it.
So maybe in September.
Yeah.
How's September looking?
I don't think we have.
We have the cruise gets back at the beginning of September.
Yeah, but then we don't have anything until mid-October.
Right. So we wouldn't be able to take a lot of time off work, but
I mean, I could take a couple days. You can probably take a couple days.
Maybe.
That's okay. We'll come on Friday and we'll hang out, and then you can hang out with us Saturday and Sunday, and we'll go back Monday morning. I've got it all planned.
Bring Nan and drop her off at Hard Rock.
I'm going to stay at the Hard Rock, by the way, when we come.
Yeah? Okay. It's not that far from us.
No, that's real close. Bring Rob. We'll do archery.
Yeah, but he probably has to work because school starts the end of August.
True.
Well, we'll do archery without him and send him pictures.
He loves archery, though. That's what he wanted to do on his retreat. Todd, the Hard Rock in Tampa is amazing. Our room was amazing.
It was nice.
It was nice. You guys didn't like the one in Miami as much, right?
The one in Hollywood was stinky.
Yeah. Tampa, I think, is newer. So, which, by the way, I don't know if you know this, but the Windstar ship you were on was originally built in 1988.
Are you sure? I'll have to investigate that.
Pretty sure. It's probably been updated and stuff.
Well, I hope so.
But that's, I mean, for a cruise ship type thing, that's pretty old.
Well, I'm glad you told me now.
Well, I'm just saying, other ships are newer, so that could be another fancier. Did it have USB ports in it or anything in the room? Or
I don't remember, but I will tell you that I bought a little steamer to take with us, because we have to iron our clothes.
Did they take it away?
No.
Oh.
But I also brought international conversion plugs, and the steamer worked once and then it wouldn't work anymore.
Oh.
And after I got it home, it wouldn't work. So something went awry.
Ooh.
I don't see when my boat was built.
The maiden voyage was November of 1988. It was christened by Shirley Temple Black.
Is that the Shirley Temple?
That looks like Shirley Temple.
Yeah. How about that?
That's really cool.
Yeah, Kevin says the Windstar ships are
as the Seabourn Pride. So it was
built for Seabourn.
It was built for Seabourn.
I saw that.
And then it became the Star Pride in 2014.
Yeah.
Whew, I'm glad I didn't know that. You can bring a steamer. I did.
No, Larry, you could not bring a steamer on most cruise ships. I don't think they would let you do that.
Why do they not allow that?
Well, anything that is produces heat like that is considered a fire hazard, and fire is a big.
What about curling irons?
No, I don't think
you can bring you can bring a curling iron.
Then I can't go.
Yeah, you can bring a curling iron.
But you can't bring a kettle. You can't bring an iron.
No.
So I don't know if anybody that's ever tried to bring a steamer on one of the big lines, but
It's on the list of things you can't bring.
Oh, is it on there?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
So,
on the
yeah.
list.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, fire is a huge hazard, especially on bigger ships. I'm
well,
sure.
I mean, I get that, but
So they're pretty careful. Like most of them won't allow surge protectors, but some will allow power strips.
I think they've kind of cut power strips out of most.
Some of them, like Royal Caribbean, I think has cut them out. But I think Carnival still allows them, but they can't have a surge protector.
Right.
we also utilize the laundry service
Oh, okay.
when we were there, only because I wanted to. Because I wanted to make sure that we didn't run out of certain items, and it was so hot, so we couldn't wear some things a couple times, which I'm not very good at anywhere.
Larry says there are battery powered steamers. So I don't know though. I bet if they're on the list, then they're on the list.
I think it's a no across the board.
Depends on the cruise line probably, but
yeah. On our next Carnival
'cause they
cruise,
create heat, that's
Matt is going to be platinum, which means we get 3 bags of laundry. And I am extremely excited about
Carnival
it.
Cruise.
Yeah.
That's right. Platinum, baby, on the group cruise. The October group cruise.
So you get like free laundry service?
I get 3 bags of laundry, and we get priority boarding, and we get a free cocktail party, I believe.
Wow.
And I think we get I get some kind of gift in the cabin. I don't know. I have to look and see if that might be.
Yeah.
You're pretty special.
I think I get priority. I might get priority guest services too.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I get to benefit from that because I share a cabin.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I need to hook up with you guys.
And that's not even the highest level. So.
Yeah, when you get to Diamond, you get so much more.
But that's a lot. That's a huge.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Huge commitment to cruising.
Love the smell of the Hard Rock.
Yeah, I saw that. I don't know what the scent is.
Yeah.
In the Hard Rock, but that is interesting. When we visited you, I don't remember a smell, but then that was in the midst of masking up and stuff, so maybe it would have smelled.
I feel like I smelled.
You were. Yeah.
Casino perks. We might get casino perks.
Oh.
I don't really casino though, so it doesn't work.
Yeah.
For me.
Kevin says I want to hang out with Mr. Platinum.
That's right.
Oh, me too.
Kevin's not on the special.
No, but he should be. Hey,
yeah,
Kevin.
Come on.
Hey, Kevin.
Kevin's an old punk rock guy like me too. So, I mean, we got Todd going on there. He's an old punk rock guy. Meg is a punk rock. She's not that old, but she
likes punk rock.
She's likes the punk rock. So we'll get a mosh pit going. We'll slam dance.
And I'll stand off to the side like what's happening.
Karaoke.
So I'm trying to think of who we've seen lately that might be punk rockers. I don't think anyone.
They're all old.
Do you know who the Black Keys are, Matt?
It sounds familiar, but I don't know.
No.
I know
who the
one.
Foo Fighters are?
I know who the Foo Fighters are. Yeah, there are people in that were in like Nirvana or something like that. I want to say. Todd will know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey, we're going to see Keith Urban.
Where was my invite?
Yeah.
I went to see Keith Urban like 3 years in a row when he came to Indianapolis.
I was rocking out to some Patsy Cline today.
I know. I love Keith Urban.
Sheena is a punk rocker. That's right.
Oh, we're going to see Carrie Underwood too.
Oh, that'll be a fun one. Was it a couple weeks ago? Somebody posted pictures of the Backstreet Boys concert, and I cried a little bit.
I know, it made me so sad.
Yeah.
And then the reason I got rid of those tickets is because you couldn't come.
Right.
And because Santana was Friday night.
Right.
And then I would have turned around and went on Sunday. And then he canceled mid-show.
Oh.
Mid-show?
Yeah. Earth, Wind, and Fire opened. And then up on the screen came a big Santana has been rescheduled.
Huh.
Not good.
Always
Green
forget
Day.
Dan likes the
I didn't
punk rock.
know that was Green Day was punk.
They kind of made it big. They're like pop punk, I would say. But they got real popular, which is not very punk rock of them, but you know, it happens.
Happens. All righty.
All right.
Cool. Yeah, we
Are
should
you ready?
let's
Wrap this up.
Are we bored, everyone?
So we can go hang out with Down Under Cruisers for a little bit.
Oh, they start at 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're always late because we go.
Oh.
We even started half an hour earlier. We started doing that, and we still go long.
Yeah,
so
it's fine.
we're gonna have to go on like a different night.
All right, I'm gonna end this live. Stay on for a minute so I can say bye to you.
Okay.
Don't just leave. Okay. Bye everyone. Thanks for joining us. Hope you enjoyed my mother. She's cool.
Bye.
Yeah, thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Bye, Sandy.